Lions TV, this is the Den Daily, bringing you all the latest gossip, views and transfer news from in and around the Den. You've had your Matt Smith video. It's gone a little bit skew-whiff with the order because I wasn't at work yesterday, as I mentioned in the last video. But yesterday, the news was broken by the Daily Record, the Scottish newspaper went with the news that Zach Lovelace is an intended target for Scottish Premier League giants Glasgow Rangers, along with the interest also coming from Leicester City and Brighton of the Premier League. Okay, so what do we know about Zach Lovelace? Well, I'll be honest with you, I'm an avid follower of the under-23s. I knew absolutely nothing about him until he appeared on the bench to become the second youngest ever Millwall player. Answers in the comments if you know who the first one is. I think we all know by now. I think we've played that game before. But yeah, listen, Zach Lovelace, due to the COVID situation, and this is one positive, as I've said before, that I'm taking from this COVID, is that now we're trying to get youngsters through the door, good youngsters that have progressed well. So fair play to the club, because the academy's really raised its game in the last couple of years, and we got good young talent in and around the first team, out on loan at League One and League Two and SPL, as we've seen earlier in the season with Hayden Muller. So really a good time at the club for youth. Neil Harris brought the academy back, didn't he, after Kenny Jackett stopped it. So shout out to Neil Harris as well, because those roots would take time to grow, and this has all stemmed from that, in my opinion. Let's go on to Zach Lovelace. As I said, I knew nothing about him. He has been banging in the goals for the 18s and the 16s. And when I saw that a potential Millwall youngster could be on the bench due to the COVID situation away at Coventry, I thought they were talking about Tyrese Briscoe, who's a big, strong centre-forward in the 23s. But I was talking about Zach Lovelace. And of course, to play up at Coventry, he had to get permission from his parents and from his school as well. So it was an absolute whirlwind, dream time for Zach Lovelace. 15 years old. Of course, he come on in the victory at Coventry as a late substitute for Tom Bradshaw. And at that point, the game was pretty much dead. We was just sitting back. They was trying to force some attacks. So he was just doing a lot of chasing, pressing. But listen, he didn't look out of place physically. And a brilliant dream debut for him. After that, they played him in the 23s. Last time out when they played at the Den last week in a 3-2 loss to Charlton's development team. And he scored a goal. Again, 15 years old. You've got to remember who this kid is, which is absolutely ridiculous. And he scored a goal. He didn't have the greatest of games, if I'm honest. But he showed great strength and great tenacity to press the Charlton defender. Get on the weights, mate. Pushed him out of the way and a calm finish. Saw him get on the score sheet and build his hype even more. Now, why has he come out of the wilderness to get on the bench? Was it a ploy from the club? I don't know. Listen, it's not a ploy. They're showcasing our talents. We got him on. It made national press. It was, it went a little bit viral, didn't it? Zach Lovelace, 15 years old. Everyone's coming out the articles. Where was you when Zach Lovelace was born? What was you up to in the year, whenever it was? 15 years ago. Do the maths on that one. I can't. And now it seems to work because he is attracting the interest from, I said, a host of clubs, including SPL and Premier League. So where do we go from here? Well, look, I've got to be honest. No disrespect to Zach Lovelace. I hope he has a fantastic career, but he's still a long way off it. And as you've seen with child prodigies before, I think I'm going to give you the answer you wanted from earlier on. I think it's Moses Ashkido, wasn't it? Was our youngest ever player, and nothing really come of his career. You've seen it happen before with many other players, but you've seen them succeed as well. And I really hope he does succeed. What I'm getting to is, short story extremely long, as you always get with me, when this dough gets thrown at you, as we've seen with previous youngsters, 2 of them in recent years joining Manchester City for £1 million, around that figure, Mill will need that money, unfortunately. He's not in and around the first team at the minute. Well, he was, but sort of by default. The Lions need that money to steady the books. We're losing money hand over fist, as we know. And John Berylson, the legend of a chairman, digs us out the shit quite often financially. So what do I make of the rumour? Well, it's definitely got legs. I don't think a national newspaper in Scotland would go with that if there wasn't some weight in it. And also, of course, as we said, we've seen this happen before with youngsters leaving the club. Of course, he won't leave for nothing, because there is a Football Association ruling that if a player under a certain age has to leave a club, then that club has to be compensated from whoever's getting him. So I expect a hefty compensation. I expect Millwall to let him go if Rangers or one of the other clubs do come in for him. I'll keep you posted as the news comes in. But the rumour is Zach Lovelace could potentially be leaving the club for pastures new and Glasgow Rangers. So that's your second Den Daily of today. I don't think we're done yet. Well, in fact, I know we're not, because I'm just about to film another one. 3, 4, 5, 6 videos Keep them coming. I've got all day. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.